We are falling apart in the new year. Welcome everybody to January 1, 2024. Oh my God, it's a magical, you know what, everybody? It was magical last night at midnight. All the world's problems were solved. Climate change, politics, religion, conflicts, all over were fixed in the blink of an eye, all by an all-powerful being watching over the planet. Here's to you, heroin.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell.
Thank you.
Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Patti Vasquez!
plus funny songs from
Carla Ulbrich!
and a patty melt.
Somebody!
And much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Let's just all calm down. Let's just relax. The waiting room people are ready. Everybody's ready. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth year of the Virtual Comedy Show. We have learned so much. We have gotten so professional over these 4 years. They tried to cancel us.
Brad, we learned a lot. We learned a lot, but we've applied none of it.
Yes, that's right. They tried to cancel us. They tried to silence us. They couldn't do it. And by they, I mean my bank account. But with the help of our amazing friends and supporters and donors, we keep plugging along to bring our star, Steve Goodie, and our superstar, Patti Vasquez, and their talents. We bring their talents to the world, no matter how many closets I have to search to find them and drag them into the Zoom. Like tonight, when Steve was very reluctant to come on till the last minute. So we have a very special night tonight. This is, I think, Steve, in all the years, one of the most special nights, perhaps, of the 51 shows we'll do this year. And our triple threat, our amazing headliner, the Meltress herself, Patti Vasquez, is going to headline tonight. It's fantastic. It's a full 10 minutes of that beautiful smile through gritted teeth. Patti, I wonder if you grind your teeth at night. So anyway, and maybe an edible or two, and we're going to find out what's for dinner. It's going to be fantastic. Plus, to double our happiness, the super beautiful, double talented, and many say wise and brilliant Carla Ulbrich will sing 14 songs. So he doesn't know it, but she better have those ready. I got to tell you, this lineup would be a great show every week. And I'd be happy, I think. It sounds like a tour to me, Steve. It sounds like somebody set that up. Small theaters, about 500 seats in towns of about 30,000 all over the U.S. and Canada. Go, get that figured out.
Perfect sense.
Yes, but until that schedule gets started, like always, we have to start with a few jokes that the people in Reno have told me sound like they might have a punchline. So here we go. Are we ready? Again, I'm going to start with a few jokes from last week, because you did the lovely Christmas thing and I couldn't attend. Actor and tiger blood maker himself, Charlie Sheen, was attacked in his home on December 22nd when his neighbor broke into his house at 1 p.m. and assaulted him. I know. Sheen was shaken up and said he finally understood how every girlfriend he ever has felt. By the way, the neighbor, her name is Electra Schrock. Totally true. That's the neighbor who attacked him. I'm not kidding. Maybe you should have seen this coming from Miss Schrock. She has pleaded no contest to misdemeanor elder abuse. She said that after the arrests, all of his arrests, drug abuse, drinking, getting fired, and losing all of his relationships, nothing has hurt as much as being called elder. That's many of us here, it would be elder abuse if they attacked us, and you would be mad. I would say, let them go. You know what? If that's what it's going to be, let them go. Hey, for comics, comedian Shecky Green died at the age of 97. Anybody
Wow.
meet Shecky? Anybody know?
No, never did.
He was a staple in Vegas from 1954 to 2011. He had Elvis. He had Elvis as his opening act, and Green worked alongside with the great Frank Sinatra, who some say that Shecky even upstaged Frank on many occasions. And there's a Vegas legend that Green was saved by Sinatra from being beaten by 5 mob henchmen when Sinatra said, "That's enough." Come on, that's some strong stuff, kids. This is my new apartment. This is my cabin on the ship this week.
Whoa.
Hey, I know.
Wow.
Hey, under the headline, "Smoke 'em if you got 'em," Joe Biden last week pardoned all persons in the past who have been convicted of smoking marijuana. Everybody, did you see that?
Woo-hoo.
Yes. This does not include those convicted of selling the drug. They will just get a high five on the way out the door. That'll be fantastic. By the way, for everyone knowing, those wanting to take advantage of the pardon will have to follow an involved application process and other paperwork. So this news again, no one will be motivated enough to be pardoned for smoking marijuana. Okay, let's move on. You're making me feel like the show tonight. Hey, Guy Fieri. We all love Guy Fieri, don't we?
Oh, yes.
Guy Fieri told Fox News he plans to die broke and leave his kids nothing, and that he said to them what his dad told him. They would have to come take it from him if they wanted anything. Guy has 2 sons, one in high school and one in college. And by the way, there's some breaking news from 2027. Guy Fieri has been murdered. There are no suspects, but his will has disappeared. Okay. I'll up the ante about February 5th. Hey, after the Chiefs defeated the Bengals on Sunday, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were seen leaving the stadium together, with millions of fans commenting, and with many adding, "Isn't that how couples work?" Okay, great. Okay. Now this is very important. Y'all heard that Dave Chappelle walked off stage after noticing an audience member holding his phone, leaving hundreds of fans holding very expensive tickets for the show. But as a comedian, I think Patty would agree, and I agree, that I support Dave's decision. I'm nobody, but I do not like looking into the crowd and seeing someone holding a phone. Matter of fact, I took a phone away from like a 10-year-old today on this last show who was and mostly I don't like it because I have an iPhone 6 and I feel bad. But also we want to control how our material is distributed. And I'm not that excited about the live audience, let alone it being taken out, and put up on Martha's Instagram, right? And you may not know this, and I don't know if I've told this story, but once I recorded all of Dave Chappelle's act without him knowing. Did you all know this?
No.
No? So, and I did this. He walked into a show I was setting up and asked me if he could close the show in Ohio. And I said, no. I said, okay. And he didn't know I had a camera set up. And this was after he had not been on stage for 7 months. And right after Comedy Central, his show had fallen apart, if you remember that time. So I had gold. I had a brand new 45-minute set of Dave Chappelle and 45 minutes of Dave talking about the controversy he was going through. But I did the right thing and handed it over to Dave because I didn't realize he carried a .357 Magnum. That barrel is so big. No, I'm kidding. I told Dave I would never have kept the footage, even though in the middle of the show, while I was taping and Dave was on stage, the guy I worked with, who will be nameless because he's the biggest piece of garbage I've ever met, he said, "Don't say anything. We could sell this tape for $50,000, which we could have done." That's how good. Rolling Stone called me the next day for an interview. That's how big it was. So what I did in this case was I told Dave, "Hey, kindly, I have your thing." And he said he would take it and to his studio, take my portion off, and then send it to me. And then I never heard from his lying ass again. So I changed my support. Screw you, Dave Chappelle. There you go. All right. Okay. Kathy Griffin, 63, has filed divorce from.
Try again.
It's been a long day. Kathy Griffin, 63, has filed for divorce from her husband of 4 years, Randy Bick, who is 18 years her junior. When asked why the marriage fell apart, Bick said, maybe it's because she kept calling me Junior. Okay. All right, one more, and then I'm getting in that bed over there, and it's all over. Actor Ian Ziering. You know that guy?
Yep.
He was on
Ian Ziering, 90210. Yeah.
201.
He was attacked by bikers in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve. Wow. Attacked by bikers. Totally true. There's no news on the reason for the altercation, but one bystander did hear 6 Sharknadoes is too many.
What?
Steve Goodie, everybody, coming in to save us.
They were
Save
mini
us.
bikers too.
Hey, Brad, that's your best set of the year.
Yeah.
That was really strong.
And they were yes, they were mini bikers, so they're probably teenagers.
Yes, if I ever join a biker gang, it will be a mini biker gang.
Yes, that's right.
Very
It'll be
nice.
Shriners. You'll go after the Shriners at this point.
Clap for Brad some more, everybody. That was tremendous.
Yay!
Brad has
Did we
earned
let
the nap.
everybody in? Is everybody waking up? So
I think everybody's here. Everybody but you is good. All right. I'm going to take you out. And
Okay.
hey, it's time. Oh, did I already do that? No, I didn't do it. I'm falling apart. It is time for. No,
Yay.
that's not.
Oh my gosh.
Did it again. Did it again. Try it again.
I'm getting
Try
off
this-
Facebook, everybody.
Man. Let's do this. As Brad said, it is the new year and things could not be going smoother. The perfect show so far. And I've been thinking about what to talk about. And there's a certain ex-president who just won't seem to go away. So let's talk about him first thing. Top 10 new names for the old ex-president who needs to go away based on location, because people all over the world are talking about this guy, which of course is what he wants. So these are the top 10 new names that he's been assigned in various locations around the world. Here we go. Number 10. In Scotland, Flappy McThighs cheese. In Alabama, chicken fried mistake. In church, number 8. In church, thirsty McIntoflames.
Never attendee.
Number 7. In Ireland, Stinkia, what is up with that hair? Number 6. In Russia, Vlad's fart inhaler. That's right. It's a play on Vlad the Impaler.
That's right.
Who cares? Top 10 new names for the old
Maybe
ex-president
Romania.
go away based on location. Number 5. At the toy store, Felonies Are Us. Number 4. At Stormy Daniels' house, Tiny. Or whiny. Or in debt to Putin and kissing his hiney. Russia's big. They have choices. Number 3. In the prison bathroom, Tweety Jailbird. I taught Putty Grabba. Would have done the voice. I would have done the voice. 2. At the gym. Hey, who's that? And the number 1 new name for the old ex-president who needs to go away based on location. At his grandkid's house, Paw Paw Patrol.
Where's the song?
What song?
It usually goes, "Dang." Doesn't it? Isn't
No.
there music at the end?
Yeah, it
You were
goes.
so confused. It was there.
Oh, was it? I didn't hear it. I'm
You
sorry.
just didn't hear it. You're on one of the non-musical boats.
Okay, great. Yes, I'm.
Which is a
No
shame.
music. No music on this boat.
Which is a
And by the
big
way, you
shame
can't
because
see the cabin because it is a weird cabin. So you don't
It
want
is a shame you have no music on your boat because it's time for our next guest.
Oh,
Oh my God.
the greatest in history. Look at fabulous top too. What you're wearing there.
Yeah, she's all
Thank
sparkly.
you. And I have this to say. Wait a minute. I'm getting a greeting ready for you. There we go.
Bubbles. A 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
All right, Carla, you know the drill. You're going to play a song after I do the intro. You'll play a song, then I've got to answer it somehow, and then you'll play another song, and that'll be very exciting. So here we go.
It's our musical guest, gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, it's time for our musical guest.
Ulbrich.
That makes me so happy when people get my name right. It happens so little, but so far this year it's been right every show.
Yeah.
Yay!
And the only thing right in this show.
All right, well, I'll dedicate this one to Delta Airlines. Actually, every airline. It's really, for one, this is the only situation, not the only, one of the few situations that's not the fault of the airlines.
Ooh.
You know you can't lift 30 pounds, but you're sitting in the exit row. Yeah, you insist on hanging around, just sitting in the exit row. You're drunk as a skunk and you might be high. If we had an emergency, all of us would die. But you say, oh yes, I understand the responsibility of sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba. Staying calm in emergencies is hard. When you're sitting in the exit row, you haven't even glanced at the safety card. And you're sitting in the exit row, they're giving the safety speech. You're playing on your phone. In the event of a water landing, folks, you're on your own. It looks like we just got dead weight. Sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba. I'd like to get there alive. Next time I think I'll just drive to Hawaii. You say your toddler is just fine, sitting in the exit row next to his granddad who's 99. And sitting in the exit row, you should be thankful that I'm not wearing cleats. Because while you're blocking our escape, I'll be climbing over seats. Folks who are asleep and sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba.
Yay!
Very nice.
I like that.
Oh, that's so good. Well, I'm going to answer that one with one I think we've all heard before, but I get requests for this a lot, and it's been out of date so long that I've forgotten how to do it. So I'm going to read it, and this will be my rehearsal so I can do it when people request it. Because for some reason, they request it still. There was an event, I think it was in 2016, when a Northwest Airlines pilot overshot Minneapolis. No, wait, wrong one. I parodied this song a bunch of times. Not that one. It was a United Airlines flight. I think it was in 2017, where they kicked someone off because they were overbooked and he didn't want to go, and kicking and screaming, and it was a whole big kerfuffle. So, well, I checked my bags for $100. Let the TSA look up my butt. Ran to my gate just in time to board. The lady scanned my boarding pass. I stumbled down the ramp through first class to my seat in coach. That's all I could afford. Then they said, sir, you'll have to leave. We're overbooked. We need your seat. Come on, be a sport. Someone's gotta go. I said, hell no! So I got beaten on a jet plane, dragged down the aisle to baggage claim. Hope someone caught it on video. At first, I thought they must be joking, wondered what the hell they're smoking, and did they bring enough for all of us? Yes. But unfortunately, the cockpit door is locked. United called its special ops to overrated rental cops, but I paid my fare. I'm not gonna budge. But then the captain said, you're out of luck. We're overbooked, so you're just in a lot of trouble. It's time to go. So I got eaten on a jet plane. Now everybody knows my name, and the lawyers are blowing up my phone. 'Cause I got eaten on a jet plane. Got one badass insurance claim. Now I'm United's new CEO.
Yay!
And now back to Carla Ulbrich.
Wow, you know, I saw an indie film, and I've sung the song on this show before about the worst movie ever that I ever saw, and he recreated that whole getting beat up on a plane thing.
Really?
Part of his 3-hour stream of consciousness, written, acted, directed, you know, everything by one person, Vanity Project. But I only say that to say, did you know, Brad, that I was an extra in Sharknado 2?
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Oh.
Did you die?
No, sadly, no. I almost died. I almost died of frostbite.
Oh, wow.
Because the film is set in June, which means, of course, we film in February. We have to pretend it's summer. So it was like 20 degrees out, and back when we had winters, and we had to wear short sleeves, and I did get to wear jeans, but you know, I just had sneakers. And it was very cold. All I'm saying, they kept bringing us back outside. By the third time they came to get us, I was like, this isn't worth it, and I went home.
Yeah. Was it like 125? What did it pay?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it.
No.
You have a similar experience on the Sully movie?
Oh no, Sully I got paid for, but there was a nor'easter that day.
Wow.
So everybody, all the other extras were vomiting, but I spent so much time on boats it doesn't bother me. But yeah, Sully was fun. I actually got a close up in Sully because I was the only one who looked happy to be rescued. Everybody else was like, I'm gonna puke.
Ooh, I love a close up.
Yep, they got my big nose and everything. Yeah, so I'm doing another song right now. Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sorry, it's been a long day. I stayed up. I kind of depleted myself last night having fun, so I forgot how many songs I've done so far. It's one, right? I lost track at one. Well, you didn't get what you wanted for Christmas, even with your 10-page wish list. That was 25 years ago. Let it go, let it go, let it go. It doesn't show signs of stopping your disappointment with my shopping. Before you get a lump of coal, let it go, let it go, let it go. When you finally act your age, we will all be so sure it's a sign that the world's coming to an end. The 4 horsemen cannot be far behind. People are starving and dying, and folks in hell are frying. But your family didn't spend enough dough. Let it go, 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 let it go.
Let it go.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the best in entertainment. And it costs you so very little.
From Sharknado and Sully.
Yeah.
Have you been in a
That's
lot
right.
of these? Have you done this a lot?
Not recently, but for about 3 years, I did a lot of extra work. I've been on. One time I looked up at my break. I was on the newsroom, an extra on the newsroom, and it was filmed at Juilliard. This particular episode, which is the only way I was ever going to get into Juilliard.
Ah,
That's not true. I saw the chords you were just playing. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Hey, I've listened to your CDs. Yeah, you would have gotten into
I
Julia.
think so.
Y'all are too nice. Anyway, during the lunch break, I sat down in the lobby of Juilliard. We were all supposed to just sit down, and I looked right next to me, Sam Waterston.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I know, and I'm not allowed to say hello, so I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to say something different, like, get away from me. What do you, you're too
I'm
close.
not allowed to say anything to the principal actors. And they kept pairing me with the principal actors because like they would have me be the, you know, the wife or the friend or whatever, right? We need one more person to stand. You're short. Come here. They always want someone that's shorter than the principal actors. They don't want someone towering over the principal. So they want someone, they're like, you're short, even in heels, you're short. Come on, we'll use you. And I look like everybody. I look like, you know, girl behind the counter, girl next door, girl.
How tall is Sam Watterson?
Girl at Juilliard.
He's like, I'd say he's about 6 feet tall.
Oh, he's tall.
He's very thin though.
Yeah, like Tom Cruise, that, you know, you may not be short enough.
You're right.
Well, I tell you, that Mark Consuelos is about this tall. I was just standing next to him a while ago, and he was this tall.
How tall is this tall? I don't think I've met you in person, Brad, so that I need a reference.
Really?
I'm 5'9" a little over.
Okay, well, Mark is still taller than me.
Yeah, he's maybe 5'7", 5'6", and Kelly is, you know, this big. She's as big as this pinky right there. So,
All right.
All right. Well, what else are we doing, Steve?
Well, I just wanted to point out, I think it's funny that on a show called Live, your performance aired 3 weeks later.
That's right. I'm live. Well, we had that discussion too, because I told them before, I said, hey, it's my anniversary today, if they want to mention it. And then right before we went on, I said, wait, come here. I said, don't mention it, because this won't be on until December, and it's today. So we didn't mention my anniversary. So
You can't win. Hey, Carla, do you have any gigs coming up where we can see you?
Let's see. I'm going to be playing in Brooklyn on the 27th. I'm playing in Doylestown this Saturday in Pennsylvania.
Wait.
That's
All right.
happening. And
Cool.
yeah, there may be something else. So, I think I'm playing in like the Philly area on the. I'm just hosting an open mic. It's not a.
Okay.
I'm just doing a couple shows at an open mic. But it's this weekend, Doylestown, 27th, Brooklyn. It's gonna be fun.
And we can always find you at carlau.com.
Yes, I haven't moved.
All right. Thank you for joining us. You're the best.
yay, where are you? Removed. Goodbye.
Hi, Joe.
You
Hi,
live? Yep, you find Patty.
I see her. She's coming. I feel it. Brad will
Okay,
figure it
wait.
out any minute now.
There we go. There she is. Oh, it's Christmas still at Patty's house.
Hey. Oh, this is so exciting.
It's really just my basement.
Mhm.
Oh, it's still there. Hold on. Anyway.
Anyway, your basement and your car are my two
Green
favorite
screen.
places where you do comedy.
Don't
right.
miss it.
Lighting. Thank you.
So,
So
you're a big
skills.
headliner, so we'll do this thing and then you give us 10 minutes. You
Oh, my
ready?
God, yes.
Here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Patti Vasquez.
Oh, I'm excited, you guys. This is my green screen. But I did want to represent that we will be keeping our Christmas tree up for as long as we want to. I don't care. There's no rules here. I'm just happy to be home. I had a wonderful New Year's. I mean, it turns out I think Wisconsin is where I for some reason I do really well there, and I do love driving across the Illinois border. I know someone was talking about how when they were younger, before we started the show, about the different drinking ages in Wisconsin and Illinois, and it switched from 18 to 21. But I don't know if you guys know this, but in Wisconsin, kids under 21 can drink as long as their parents are with them. So you need to breastfeed when you've got a Budweiser. That's all I'm saying. And the wonderful thing about crossing over from Illinois to Wisconsin, first of all, the gas prices. We've talked about this for the last few weeks. It is now $2.39 in Wisconsin. So I just drove around the whole state going, this is amazing. And the other thing is when you cross into Wisconsin, there on every stop, like Kenosha and Racine, is fireworks and strip joints. I love the impulse shopping in Wisconsin. You know what I really need? Are explosives and naked bodies. That's my favorite. I don't know why those things go together. Oh, and cheese. You gotta stop at Mars Cheese Castle. You know, I have actually never stopped at Mars Cheese Castle. And today on the way home from Wisconsin, I thought about it. I'm like, oh, it's New Year's. It's not going to be open. That park, I still drove by it because it was too late. I don't know if you do that where you're like, if it's not on my side of the highway or if I'm already past it, forward motion. I am not pulling over. But that parking lot was full, which tells you that people have to start off their new year backed up, I guess. Who needs to put your pipes up when you can stop at Marsh Cheese Castle? So I spent my evening in Port Washington, Wisconsin, which is about 20 minutes from Milwaukee. And it was really nice, great crowd. I will say this, the feature act in front of me, young man, who told the audience that he's like, I'm in really good shape, and I eat really healthy, and I go running a lot, and I weigh only 143 pounds, which I just wanted to tell him, like, no woman in the audience wants to know, and your headlining comic does not want to know that you weigh 30 pounds less than I do. I was like, I mean, and I did only wear one pair of Spanx, not my usual 2 pairs of Spanx last night, because I wanted to be able to relax. And so I'm trying hard to work out and lose a little bit of weight. I really did put on 30 pounds during the pandemic. After the show, I decided I wasn't gonna. I don't know how other comics are. I think that we're all a little similar with hanging out after the show with the audience and dancing with them. Can be fun sometimes, but other times you're like, I just want to be alone. I just want to go someplace and hang out. So I went to a bar and had the traditional, I believe, Wisconsin New Year's Eve celebration, which was a plate of sausage and cheese and a beer, and I was very happy. And then this guy came up to me and goes, I know you. And I'm past the age where, like, I'm going to be the girl in the bar where someone's going to hit on me. I just, whatever. But it didn't even, like, it actually didn't, it really felt genuine. Like, no, I know you. And he couldn't figure it out. And I swear to God, you guys, he left the bar and came back. Let me see. I have so many things here. He came back with a brochure from the venue that I had just performed at. The green screen. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Oh, no, that's not better. Yeah. Let's see if you can see it. It's all shiny. You can see me right there. I'm on the cover.
Yeah, we can see you.
And I'm wearing. So I decided to put this on because that brochure also reminded me that I weighed 30 pounds more than my feature act. I'm like, I was asking I can't see. Gosh darn it, this green screen. There it is. You know what the thing about, I'm wearing the jacket now. I need, what it reminded me is I really need to buy another jean jacket because this is pre-pandemic. Let's just be honest. I can't button it. How weird to be a celebrity at a bar. Because the reason he knows is because his family prints these up. He's like, no, I know you. So apparently he'd see my face every day. Didn't want to come to the show, but there you go.
Oh, that is frozen.
On New Year's Eve. Well, what can we? I need to check the football schedules from now on before I go anywhere, because I don't need to be in Green Bay when they're playing football and chasing playoffs. It's already bad enough saying you're from Chicago when you're in Wisconsin. It's an immediate boo, Bears suck. Yeah, we know. What do we care? Why are we standing up this way? And I will say, so I told this guy, I ended up hanging out with him and his family, because that's what you do when you're a comedian alone on New Year's Eve. You're like, you know what? I am now belonging to this family. And I was telling them when I first started out in comedy, I would tell the MCs, whatever you do, please just don't say I'm from Chicago. And I told an MC one time, I said, please don't say I'm from Chicago. If you do, you'll be standing on stage by yourself. They thought I was kidding. Fortunately, the owner was sitting with me when I had told that kid that, and the owner goes, she said so. You got to do 35 now. Nice. I let him off the hook, but I've been thinking about my career, because today I was cleaning out my basement, and I have props today. So, no, because it doesn't work with my backdrop. Hold on, I got to do this, right? I got to get rid of my shoes background. You're going to see my green screen. There you go. There's my messy bin.
Nice.
There's one bin of notebooks.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That's one. I have at least 4. But you guys, I found one of my first notebooks from 1994.
Oh, wow.
And, I know. This is actually it says set at Q Club 328, 1994. People used to call me a McSpick, which sounds like a combo meal at McDonald's, a burrito and a shamrock shake.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even write that very well. I don't like to tell people, I don't like to tell people I'm Irish and Mexican. Well, you don't look Mexican and Irish. I mean, your eyes and lips look Mexican, but your skin tone and nose make you look Irish. And I wrote, don't know if I should say this. Look, B word. I'm not a effing Mr. Potato Head. Thanks for making me feel thanks for making me feel like a genetic mutation. Anyway, that's from my first notebook, which is now, oh my God, it's 30 years old in February, which is insane. Golf is, I had to do a golf outing also in the 90s. I saw a turtle get pissed. It's so slow. Sorry, everybody, if that was 30. Golfing costs, here you go. This is 1997. Golfing costs more than a heroin habit and not nearly as stimulating. So that's
accurate.
Great stuff. I can't believe you're just not doing that.
I don't know why I didn't do it. Here you go. And then I think all the comics will agree with me. Sometimes you just have a scratch of paper. I don't know why I have the Spanish exclamation points for marriage. But this is my husband told me how complicated I am. So I asked him why he married me. And he said, I'm a storm chaser. I thought it would be fun. Plus, I thought I had the right equipment to predict the next burst. Okay, there's that one. I'm so surprised by finding this. So one of the books that I found is actually, I wrote essays about a trip that my family took. My parents decided when I was can I put it looks better with the Christmas tree, right? This is just
either way.
Kind of sad. Either way.
So when I was a sophomore in college, my parents decided that they were about to miss their opportunity to take me on a road trip. So in order to make up for that, my mother booked a 3-week road trip in a 1986 Honda Civic. This is 1991. Oh yeah, an 86 Honda Civic. The three of us, no air conditioning, and our dog. Yeah. And the first night we're on the road, we end up in Springfield, Missouri. My mother had booked hotel rooms all the way across the country. And my dad was a chain smoker. He smoked non-filtered Camels. By the time he passed away, he was smoking 4 packs of non-filtered Camels. He started smoking when he was 12 years old. So by the time he was 68, I did the math, and I'm pretty sure it was about $1.5 million. And I was like, wow, we could have had a really big house.
Yes.
And maybe not drive across the country in a Honda Civic. Anyway, when we got to Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, my dad realized in that first hotel room that my mother, because remember, most hotels had smoking rooms, and she had booked everything non-smoking across the room. Oh my God, there was so much yelling. Oh, by the way, yeah, we were all staying in the same room. This was a very cozy trip. Super cozy. Every 20-year-old dream is to spend this time in a motel room in Springfield, Missouri, yelling about cigarettes. I don't really remember, and I'll have to go through my essays that I wrote about how my dad ended up staying on the trip. Here's one of the other stories. My dad offered me a cocktail, and I wasn't 21 yet. My dad offered me a cocktail, and my mom goes, Larry. And he goes, what? You think she doesn't have a couple, 2-3 pops while she's at school? Right. So I get a cocktail. My mom storms away from the table. I figured she was just mad because my dad was an alcoholic and she didn't want me to drink. Turns out, I didn't find out for years later. She thought that my dad and I were joking about my virginity.
What?
Yes. I thought that you were just being so casual about the fact that you lost your virginity. And I was like, I really had to go through and figure out, was it the word cocktail? I honestly don't know. Like, she did not talk to me and my dad for 2 days. And I was thinking about it. Was it pops? Did she think that my dad said which is weird, that he would think that he would even say that I popped something? Are we, what? Yes. I was like, no, I didn't drink that much, but I definitely lost that years before that argument. Anyway. My parents and we never, ever talked about sex. One time I was telling my mom in high school that I had a crush on a boy. And I always remember this. We were at a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And now that I put it together, I think that all of our weird sex conversations were in restaurants. Anyway, I told her I had a big crush on somebody. And she said, don't get so excited. And I asked her years later why she never talked to me about sex. She goes, don't you remember? We were at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I told you, don't get so excited. Made me feel so sad for my mom. Like, okay, that was our conversation. And my dad, I mean, I don't know if there are other women who had great relationships with their dad, maybe felt comfortable. We never ever talked about that kind of stuff. Me and my dad. My dad was old Chicago. You know, my dad would say things like a fin and a sawbuck for money, or everything ended with preposition like, where's the party at? Who you going with? And he did say something that I don't think he realized he was saying to his daughter, which was, what are you doing? Playing with yourself? And yeah, and that was awkward when maybe I didn't think anybody else was home, and I was on the living room couch. And anyway, that's not I'll tell you this much: he never asked me that question again. He couldn't even walk around the house without knocking on every single door. Hey, Pat, you in the kitchen? I'm coming in. Yeah, Dad, that rolling pin really set me off. I'm under the table. I got a little naughty. See what happens? You're never gonna let me headline again because I
hey, fantastic.
I'm tiptoeing to the line.
Yeah,
it's going right there. So these are just some of the stories that I'm reminded of, not just because I found all my notebooks, but it is the holidays. Brad, I don't know if you were here. I did do the Jewish funeral home that had comedy food last week, and it was spectacular.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was a lot of fun. And I was thinking about that night. I have, as a comedian, not had to work on Christmas Eve, not a single night in my entire comedy career until last week. Because before comedy, I was a bartender at a place called Grizzly's Lodge. It was like an old Northwoods cabin, and we served game meat. And so, yeah, the last time I had to work on Christmas Eve was probably 1994, before my first open mic. And we had buffalo meatloaf in 1994. Last time. Oh yeah, tasty stuff. And I think gator nuggets, like alligator.
Ketchup.
My career's come a long way to sausage and cheese on New Year's Eve in Wisconsin.
No kidding.
I think thank you, everybody. I don't know if it's more naughty stories about my family.
I've got to find me.
If I'm not mistaken, Buffalo Wild Wings was originally called Buffalo Gator Nuts.
They called me Gator Nuts in junior high, so I don't know what that is. But how much ketchup do you put on buffalo?
All the ketchup.
No, buffalo meatloaf. I think ketchup can save anything.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they used kind of a barbecue sauce on it. It was it was not yes.
So this gig was last night. Where in Wisconsin?
No, last night I was at Port Washington at Memories Ballroom. Yeah,
okay.
That's not what you were talking about.
They liked me, and that's why they put me on the brochure in the very small jacket that didn't fit over my body.
Yeah, big bucks though. They probably coughed up a bunch of dough.
Sure. I don't know. I'm at the point in my career where I'm still bad about finding out. Like if I didn't ask right away, then I'm like, you start spitballing in your head what it should be. I was wrong.
That's not the point of the career you're in. You're at the point of your career where on the 1st of January you do 10 minutes, and on the 8th of January you're doing 3 minutes.
I think it's interesting that you wrote everything out in your notebooks. Like,
oh yeah,
all my notebooks are just a word I can't read anymore. You know, it's just like 3 or 4 words I can't read.
Well, I have a lot. I mean, I have like set lists too. But yeah, no, I write essays full form, and I actually there are ones where I like ran out of room on that page, and rather than turning the page, I'm like, oh, this goes with this, and I write down the margins. Yeah.
I did that for books, but not. I mean, for stand-up, it was just a line and a punchline, and maybe that's why I'm not as famous. By the way, I saw Dusty Slay in the airport coming out here, and he says hi. So, do you know Dusty?
I do know Dusty.
Yeah, I was gonna say he says hi, and he's I just thought of the fact that Janet and I were sitting behind the wall in the Admirals Club, and he was right out in I think he's out there hoping people will come up and say hi to him. He's just sitting out, and a couple people did. He's pretty famous. He's a good guy. So yeah, he's heading out to do stuff, and again, I'm nowhere, and he's everywhere. So that's fantastic. So
you're not nowhere. You're everywhere.
I'm right here, basically where I am, and probably the show I just did. Probably people are going to be mad because I ruffled a few feathers during the show. 2 people in robes got up, and I went, "Hugh Hefner's leaving. Bye, Hugh," and they were like flipping me off. And well, it's a family show. They're flipping me off. And I took some kid's phone and I said, there was a kid like 7 taping the show. And I ran out and I said, you can't tape the show. I took his phone and ran up the aisle and handed it to another guy. And I said, hold this kid's phone the whole show. And that guy held that kid's phone. I don't know if he got it back. I don't know if he's gotten it back. So
Wow.
yeah,
You're starting off strong in 2024.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm with you. No, but the thing for me is when people are like, and I've had people hold up like an entire tablet and like the whole show, they're just like this the whole time. I can't get out of my head. Like people don't understand. This is live performance. This is, I'm counting on you paying attention and every, I may not, be very specific with every word I choose, but it's reliant on you paying attention. Also, I'm in my head, how do I look? That's not a great angle for me. Yeah. And who are you going to share it with? Yeah. We like,
I was like, pay attention, Scorsese. You're not making a film here. I mean,
and I've had people tell me, oh, well, just my friends that couldn't be here. Well, tell them to come to the show next time. That's all.
And then they poked it out of context. I'm not a big fan of that. And, but I did tape Dave Chappelle and he stole my stuff. So, oh well.
He also hasn't called me either. Oh, by the way, did you ever try doing morning pages for The Artist's Way? Did you ever do that book?
No.
Nobody.
Wait a minute. I did picture pages for Captain Kangaroo when I was little.
These are I follow my Artist Way morning pages too, which
I've never heard of that.
And somebody needs to explain to Chuck what Captain Kangaroo was.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, Google it.
Yeah.
Mr. Green Jeans, man. I'm telling you, I'll do a joke next week. So Patty, where are you working now? Where are you going?
I think I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. Just doing radio, my day job. I actually am trying to do a book, which I know I've been working on for a while, but that's been too hard to do this stuff about my family and my brother. So I'm writing an entire book about all my experiences with doctors from when I was 3 years old into taking care of Jacqueline and taking care of my mom and my dad who passed away from lung cancer. I'm like, oh, you know what? There aren't that many books like this out there, and it's good for doing events, like speaking events for medical professionals.
Yeah. Wow, your dad got lung cancer. How's that possible?
Smokers, yes. He actually had small cell. I know it's all right.
He made it a long time. 12 to 68 is.
Right?
His lungs are pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, at the end, it was more comfortable for him to smoke than to breathe oxygen. Like it was like he almost needed it to keep going as far as his energy.
Yeah. At that point, not going to make a difference.
It was actually a aortic aneurysm event. It was a combination of things going on. Yeah.
All right, Patti Vasquez always having good things happen. Always 50 years of positive experiences for Patti. I once had a hangnail. I think I had a hangnail once.
The positive experiences. It's time for this.
How about another dumb song from Steve? For no
I'll be out if I can. Remove
time there,
I'm
Brett.
out.
All right, well done. Gosh, it's just a very special evening tonight, because not only because it's the first of the year and everybody's recovering from all the partying and everything and fresh start, but it's also our friend Chuck's birthday.
Happy birthday.
I've written a very special song for Chuck. Now, hang on. Before I do this, I got to have it so that I can see Chuck's reaction. If there is
18 or 19?
You just turned 18.
Do you want to bring her in and sing it to her?
Would you like that, Chuck, or would you rather I didn't?
Do what?
Shall I bring you in so we can see you, or would you rather not be spotlit?
You can bring me in.
All right.
We find her. There we go. Add spotlight.
You know, we always ask first.
Yeah, well, Steve, you just got yourself out.
Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. I know how to do this. Here we go. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, Chuck. Happy birthday.
Here's Chuck's very special birthday song. There's a special girl who's having a special day. She turned 18, and boy, she could not wait to be all grown up. That's our girl, Chuck, and she's in luck, because now she's allowed to vote. Happy birthday, Chuck. Man, didn't childhood suck? Now you're an adult, and you're about to learn that adulthood is worse. Ooh, burn! Happy birthday, Chuck.
Wow. Good job. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy 18th birthday, dear Chuck. It's all downhill from here.
Happy
Happy birthday to you. Go to
All right,
college.
that's enough. Poor thing.
Oh, we sound drunk.
Embarrassed the crap out of her. All right.
Cha, cha, cha.
Right,
You
so
wouldn't
now I
have been
come
fired
in
for that birthday song.
You might
Play
be
her
wondering.
song.
Plot hole. That song was not for no reason.
Play her
That's
song.
It
That
was
is true.
dumb though, so I'll give you
It
that.
wasn't.
Yes.
Very rarely are these songs for no reason. All right. Now you're probably wondering, Brad, what are we going to do since we already had Patty and it's time for the Patty melt? Well, I've got this figured out. Here we go.
How about another dumb song
Oh,
from
no.
Steve for no reason?
Well, I could have stayed out, I guess.
Could have stayed out. You could have brought Carla in. That would have been helpful. But
Oh,
you
wait,
didn't.
Carla. Yeah, where's
I got
Carla?
her. I got her. Hi,
Also
Carla.
known as Steve. I'll just call me Steve for the next 2 minutes.
That's weird. All right.
Wait, Steve,
give
are
us
you
a
staying?
song if you would.
Oh, there.
Apparently
No,
not.
no.
Steve requested this.
I
Does
did.
not want me to say that.
Yes. No, I don't care.
Okay.
Yes.
I love this song.
Well, Dad's on the bidet, so do not drop by. Dad's on the bidet, the tissue's 2-ply. You say you need the bathroom, believe me, I tried, but Dad's on the bidet, don't drop by. Well, dinner's in the oven. You made turkey and stuffing, green beans and potatoes, and some cornbread too. You got a bevy of some trays that are heavy, and you want to serve the food. But Dad's on the bidet with a cup of chai. Yes, Dad's on the bidet and his phone on his thigh. By the time that he emerges, we'll be eating pie, 'cause Dad's on the bidet, don't drop by. My stomach's bloating and my eyeballs are floating. We tried pleading and goading, but he's still in there. He yells, "Occupado, we need an act of God, oh, to extract him from his lair." Yeah, Dad's on the bidet since 4:45. Yeah, Dad's on the bidet, life is passing him by. If you're hoping to get in there, turn off the Wi-Fi. Dad's on the bidet, don't drop by. Dad's on the bidet. Ooh, Dad's on the bidet. I actually wasn't kidding. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Dad's on the bidet. Oh, hi, Dad.
Yay! Now, that's a great song, except I would like to say the bidet is the thing that shoots water. and
Yeah. Whatever.
Wait. In my house, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all in one.
Oh, one.
Well, Brad
Wait,
lives
you
in
have?
Kentucky. Brad lives
You
in Kentucky.
actually
It's all a little building in the backyard.
Yes, I actually have a bidet.
That's hooked to your toilet. But
Women poop.
Ooh.
no, I know, but I mean, but most of us don't have a bidet. We had one in Prague. We never used it because we're all worried it's going to be a problem. I don't know. How
It's
do you?
refreshing.
Well, we get racing. Put a little ice in there. That'll be fantastic. I just picture your dad with this stream of water hitting him for like an hour.
Yeah.
Just like,
You know how sometimes on the refrigerator you mix up the water dispenser with the ice dispenser? I'm afraid the bidet is going to have the same problem.
Wow.
yeah, do crushed. I think that's, make sure you use the crush setting.
Your first time you use a bidet is like this.
All right, Carla Ulbrich, that was very. Thank you very much.
Find her. I can't.
And
we
now
learned
it's I got her. And now it's time for this.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
Please, God, give us money, please. Please. We will. This is just stop the madness. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and give us money. Patty's got to buy cheese, man. She's got to stop and buy the cheese. Now, I also like Patty, you're talking about, oh, this and that, and then you had the full sausage meal. That's fantastic. And so we got to get past a brat. We got to get Patty a brat. And we got to get me a bidet. As Carla doesn't need any money. She's got a bidet, everybody. That's some fancy stuff.
It was $100, and I got it. Yeah,
$100 to shoot water up your butt, everybody. Fantastic.
$100 this week.
We need to raise $100 so we can share a bidet as a show. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com. And we want to fund the tour that Carla and Patty and Steve and I are going to do. I think that's a good idea. I think if we found a way to do little venues around the four of us, that would be fantastic. If other people would pay for that, probably not, but that'd be great. So maybe in Philly. So talk to Star Patty, Carla. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com because I think I might be fired here. So let's okay, let's do the worst joke because
worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
I think the word for the worst joke this week is subtle. Here you go, subtle. Here we go. Alec Baldwin, his wife Hilaria, and 17 nannies took their couple's 7 kids to the Balloon Museum in New York City for New Year's Eve. They had a great time and were only disappointed when none of the 7 took the hint to get in.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like it's gonna be a great year in 2024. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Radical Commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.